It's noon on Wall Street. The Dow is up 50, inching its way back to 27,000. Bitcoin falling at 7,700. It's a terrific Tuesday, and Liquid Lunch is open for business. Hey, welcome to this terrific Tuesday edition of Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. As I mentioned in the open, the Dow continues to post gains. It was up a little higher this morning, but still well above 26,000. It seems like the tariff stuff is stabilized. 26 is a good number. I think it could very shortly be at 27,000. Bitcoin continues a little slump here. It got through 8,000. Never found any support there. Dipped back down. It's around 7,700. Could go as low as 7 and bounce. But through 8,000 and stabilized, I think it's on course to go back to 9. And the markets are generally calm today. A lot of kabuki theater going on down in Washington with these hearings and so forth, and covering it in every which way for Liquid Lunch. My co-host, co-executive producer, managing editor, Frank Morano, joins me. And Frankie, this I know you covered it, Frankly Speaking, but this Dean stuff and they're rolling out every single left-wing commentator from CNN and MSNBC saying that this is a roadmap. Is there a map we didn't know about?
Well, let's find out. There is a ton of news around the world, around the nation, and in your neck of the woods. Here's what's happening even as we speak. Former Major League superstar David Ortiz's assistant says the longtime Red Sox slugger's shooting was the act of hitmen. Leo Lopez told reporters in Santo Domingo yesterday the shooting Sunday night was not a robbery and was no doubt an act of hitmen. The 43-year-old Ortiz is now being treated at a hospital in Boston after the Red Sox sent a plane to pick him up. When states legalize pot for all adults, long-standing medical marijuana programs take a big hit, in some cases losing more than half of their registered patients in just a few years, according to a data analysis done by the Associated Press. Much of the decline comes from consumers who, ill or not, got medical cards in their states because it was the only way to buy marijuana legally, and then discarded them when broader legalization arrived. But for people who truly rely on marijuana to control ailments such as nausea or cancer pain, the arrival of so-called recreational cannabis can mean fewer and more expensive options. As more states legalize marijuana for all adults, some who've been using it medically are feeling disenfranchised.
We will not go back!
Executives at some of America's leading companies say the new abortion laws enacted by a number of state legislatures are bad for business. More than 180 CEOs have written an open letter urging lawmakers to step back from restrictive laws passed recently in states like Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio. And finally, the spotlight was on the Mueller report in a House hearing yesterday. Former Nixon White House counsel John Dean was the star witness before the Judiciary Committee. The panel is holding hearings on Mueller's Russia investigation and possible obstruction of justice by President Trump. Opening the hearing, New York Democrat Gerald Nadler said it's clear that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election and tried to help Donald Trump get elected.
I'm speechless. I mean, your work is...
That's pretty rare.
Your work is magnificent.
Must be the phasing out of the medical marijuana dispensaries.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we had Tom Coughlin on yesterday from BCB Bank talking about how they want to be a forerunner in helping some of these marijuana companies, CBD companies, do it right.
BCB, where the C stands for cannabis.
And also I want to remind our viewers about our friends over at the Special Equities Group, Retta and Shex. And one of their big investments, Iconic Brands, ICNB is the symbol, announced the opening of Green Grow Farms. And the farm business is going to grow CBD, and it's legal in New York now. And Iconic also has Christy Brinkley's Prosecco, sugar-free Prosecco, the Bellissimo, and it also has the Chaz Palminteri's vodka. Really.
That's quite
So,
good. It's a Sicilian vodka. I've tried it.
Hopefully, we'll have the Iconics guys on and talk about it, and maybe even introduce them to BCB for their banking business.
That would be great.